My name is David Long. I am born and raised in Washington State. I was born in Pullman, Washington. Grew up in the Seattle, Kirkland, Bellevue, Renton area. And I'm a true native of Seattle, Washington, in the area.
What made you decide to sell?
I started selling actually out of necessity. Unfortunately, my dad passed away when I was almost 7 years old, and our family needed money. My mom basically would give me the green light to go about helping people in any way I could, if it was helping neighbors with their groceries, things like that. And then when we would have sales for our football teams, I always would be able to sell the chocolates faster than everybody else. So then I would actually go buy extra chocolates and start selling them to help my family. So I've been in the sales, I guess, since I was very young because I kind of needed to. And then as I got older, I realized that I could actually do very well in it. By freshman year of high school, I was the #1 salesman at the Gap at Bellevue Square for the West Coast. And that's when I really realized that you could actually make a lot of money and enjoy life in sales. And it's been my kind of my life ever since, actually.
What made you decide to sell, and why are sales and financial management so important to you?
Sales are important to me because it creates revenue. Now, as I've gotten older, as I've worked for different businesses, you realize more and more that sales creates the growth of the business. If you want to keep the business moving forward, if you want to keep the lights on, if you want to keep employees having paychecks, you have to make sure the business has sales. So therefore, sales is very intricate, and it's not even just for a business. Even as a person, we sell to ourselves. We sell to ourselves every single day. We sell ourselves on our mindset. We sell ourselves on how we're going to dress. We sell ourselves on a lot of things. So sales are basically an intricate part to almost every part of life. But when it comes to business, it's very important because, especially as a small business owner, you have to understand the levels of selling. You have to understand how do you go about getting more sales, not just more people, but more sales from the people that you've worked with. And then how do you move them to being salespeople for you? So there's so many different levels to selling that, to me, it's basically the way that life works. You have to understand the processes of sales to be able to really succeed in how you're going to live. That's just my opinion about it. One thing that I think that people, especially small business owners or entrepreneurs, have to start thinking about is, how big will my business be? If you think your business is going to be a $400,000 a year business, the way that you manage your money is completely different than a business that does $100,000 a year. And that's what the business does. That's not necessarily what you make, right? How do you manage what the income is that you're making from your business is yours? And then how do you manage your taxes? So there's so many different parts of financial management. The reason why it's important is because you have to have a game plan of the end goal at the beginning if you plan on your business getting there. If you want to be a $10 million business, how will your plans as far as your finances change? How will the management of your finances change in that process? Are you prepared to move there? It's good to have goals, or it might take off faster than you think. That's another thing. Sometimes a business will go a lot faster than somebody expects, and all of a sudden you're like, well, I wasn't expecting to get to this point for another 2 years. Well, you're here now. How do we manage the money that you have coming in so that it grows for you, that it helps your business grow, that it plans truly for your future? How do you really set up your legacy wealth plan from the money that your business brings in? So the sales that you create are going to dictate how you need to manage the finances that are coming in. So your financial management and your sales are truly combined, because right now your business might only be bringing in $7,000 a month. You need to manage that $7,000 so it turns into $70,000 a month. You have the processes in place so it just basically grows with you.